listening to The Sizzle on Iron Skillet Radio and Iron Skillet Television.
Let me know when everybody's good, and then we'll start talking.
Let's go. I'm ready. Jay said he ready.
Go.
I'm not going to go anywhere with you, Jay Sizzle, and you're just chewing and crunching your
start
mouth.
the show, man. Just start the show, man.
The show is already
doing over here.
Started.
What you eating, man?
Why are you
crunchy peanut butter and jelly on
here we go.
On dark rye toast. Fabulous.
On dark rye toast.
Yeah, it's fabulous. I love it. I'm a dark wheat type guy, bread type guy with all the nuts and stuff on it. I'm that type of guy. I like artisan nutty stuff on bread, but not nut on bread, you know. But you know what I'm saying. You know, hey, let's keep it clean over here. Let's go.
Yeah,
start the show, man. This is good content. You start the show.
The show's already started, my friend. The show started with your dark nutty bread. That's when it started a long time ago, my friend. It started. Yeah, it's just
yeah.
Okay.
That was a nickname back in the day. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. You know who's in the building. Jay Sizzle's in the building. Rich Sizzle's in the building.
Yes,
I'm G Sizzle. And we have to talk about a lot of things. That's what we do. Well, one of the first things we got to talk about is the NCAA tournament. And fellas, my bracket is literally destroyed.
Oh.
So, you know, I'm in the top 53% of Americans who have terrible brackets. My ladies' brackets is even worse. And doesn't look like it's getting better for the Sweet 16. But this is where everything gets reseeded. You get to start this whole puppy all over again. And so I'm happy. I'm happy that right now I am going to win my tournament somewhere because I'm going to reseed. Yes, I am. I'm going to reseed. Not like my hairline, but like my game, boy. I'm receding. I'm coming back. I'm coming back strong, bro. I'm coming back strong. I don't even know what y'all thinking, but I'm coming back strong. I don't know. You all act like y'all you act like your bracket is better than mine. My bracket was busted, man, because I had Illinois going somewhere, but they just went on home. They just
instead of the flying Illini, they're the dying Illini. You know,
Wow.
Just down in flames.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Wasn't even pretty.
It was a crash and burn. So we got to make some people some money, man. We got to make somebody some money here. Sweet 16.
Yeah.
Let's see. So it kicks off with a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff going on early. You got Michigan and Villanova starting off. You got Arizona and Houston starting off. Then you got Purdue and St. Peter's starting off. Then you got Duke and Texas Tech, Gonzaga and Arkansas. Where do we start? Who do you think is the best? I know who I got. I know who I got going all the way to the Final Four, but I'll let you all talk about it because I know right now my bracket, my Sweet 16 is going to be great.
Who you got? I mean, you talking big game, man. Who you got?
Okay, well, let's okay. I'm going to start it off. I'm going to come up. I'm going to do it this way. Gonzaga and Arkansas. Number one, Gonzaga versus Arkansas. I'm saying right now, this is my upset special of the day. I'm saying Arkansas jumps on Gonzaga. I'm saying it happens. You know why I'm saying this happens? It's not the lock of the night. It's not the lock of the night because nothing's been the lock of the night. That is hardly the lock of the night. I got the lock of the night, but it's not that. It's not that. I say Gonzaga goes down by 2. That's what I say. I say it. I said it. I said Arkansas pulls up the upset of the evening because you got Duke and Texas Tech, which is probably not going to be an upset. You got Duke, who's going to come out on top of Texas Tech. You got UCLA and UNC. UNC has been terribly slow this tournament and a little sluggish, but I think they can handle UNC, get that work in. You got Villanova, Michigan. Villanova, probably the best fundamental team in the tournament right now. I don't see anybody better in the old fundamentals. Then you got Arizona and Houston, and Arizona just does what Arizona does and wins.
Absolutely.
I don't really know about Iowa State and Miami. That was the one I'm still kind of, by the end of the show, I'll figure out something. Then you got one of the locks of the night, Kansas over Providence. I got it. But my lock of the night, and I know this is a good, sweet Cinderella story, and I know everybody likes St. Peter. You know, who doesn't like a good St. Peter? You know, everybody loves a Peter. But it ends now when Peter gets whacked by Purdue. That's where it stops, son. Stops by one of the best teams in the country right now.
Basketball?
I hope so.
Yeah, we're still talking. We're talking about the tournament, the Sweet 16.
It sounds like SIZZLE after dark here.
Man, I'm like,
you can't just. No. You know what?
Wow.
Where's this going?
Ridiculous. You're ridiculous. I'm just saying, bro. I'm telling you, the lock of the night right now is Purdue over St. Peter's. That's my lock of the night. Okay. Well, I mean, you talking, Jay SIZZLE, like you got something better. What's your bracket? You talking all this like you know something that I don't know, Jay SIZZLE. What is it that you know that I don't know?
The lock of the night is Gonzaga over Arkansas. Gonzaga is just by far a better basketball team. I mean, they're just by far they're better. Arkansas, I believe by the middle of the first half, if Gonzaga gets out, start scoring, they'll have Gonzaga down by double digits by half. I mean, they'll have Arkansas down by double digits by half. I just think Gonzaga is a team that gets poured on. They play good defense. They're Gonzaga. That's what they've been doing. Arizona, of course, that's a pro basketball team playing in NCAA right there. I mean, top to bottom. They're just. Yeah, top to bottom.
You already had one lock. Okay, that's my lock. All right.
Sorry, I'll give you a lock back. I won't take that. I won't take that one anymore. But to go back to your Cinderella story there, I'm going to tell you what. These people from this small school, what are they from, New Jersey? Are they from Jersey?
Don't play against Jersey.
Are they from?
Shout out to all my family in Jersey, man. We're not doing this. Bro.
Listen, these guys don't have as many kids in their school as a large high school. I mean, they got like 2,000 people go to their school. But this is probably one of the more gritty basketball teams I have seen. I mean, these guys are going to muck it up. You saw what they did this last game. So you saw what they did against Kentucky. And I want to say it continues. I'm seeing Purdue is going to get washed out. St. Peter's is going to the Elite Eight. I believe that because defense is going to rule the day. They're just going to out-tough Purdue. I don't think Purdue is ready. These guys are just back alley fighters. And let's look at it now. Look what they did to, I believe, was it Kentucky? Are they a blue blood? Do anybody have Kentucky in the Final Four? Anybody have Kentucky in the Final Four?
I think I had them in my 8. I think I had them there.
Let's take Kentucky.
I don't know if I had them in the Final Four.
Let's take Kentucky and let's run them down this board. All of us probably would have Kentucky winning most of these matchups on this board.
I don't know about most of the matchups.
Okay, most of these matchups on this board.
I don't know about most.
Five out of eight, 6 out of most of these matchups on this board, Kentucky will win. You know what I'm saying? This team shut their offense down. And I believe Kentucky was a better team than Purdue. Can we agree with that?
No.
We can't agree that Kentucky was a better team than Purdue.
No, we can't agree to that.
I mean,
hindsight
is 2020.
No. This isn't even hindsight. This is just when you look at St. Peter's. If you put 3 of their players together, they still don't equal the height of Purdue's one center. I'm telling you, 100%. There is no way that they are going to defend in the post. I
agree with you 100%. But there was no way they should have beat Kentucky. No way. No. Absolutely no way they should have won. But they did.
You have to ask Kentucky. Why did you get beat like this?
Right. But did they underestimate them?
Able to be answered philosophically.
Did they underestimate them, or did they get outplayed?
I
think they got outplayed.
Philosophically, I believe you had a clear case of a team looking past another team down the line and didn't stop to see what was right in front of them. It happens.
You know, we have this every year, like Wichita State. You got those teams that come out of nowhere. Davidson every once in a while will rear up, and you're like, oh, they've got little players. And then you're like, oh, that's right, they're little players. Right. And then when they get to real players, when you get to those NBA teams, as you just mentioned, Jay, that's when you say, oh, that's going to be bad. Like going up against North Carolina. That's going to be bad. It's going to be bad for somebody, whoever it is, because they're going to lose. They're going to lose. Now, if you tell me Duke knocks off Purdue, maybe I'll roll with you on that. But St. Peter's?
Listen, that Kentucky versus St. Peter's was ranked the last group, the last game out of all of those matchups when the tournament started. That was the sure lock by anybody, bet it all. And this team found a way to win. And they found a way to win this last matchup. So I'm just telling you, gritty, collectively, if you take these guys one-on-one, I'm sure probably maybe one of these guys get a step in the NBA. Maybe. But if you put them all together, it's going to be a fight. I hope Purdue is ready to fight because this is what's going to happen. This team is not going to go away. Bunch of jumping jacks in there, bunch of tough guys. They're going to play tough. And unless Purdue is hitting the long ball on a consistent basis, if all of a sudden we're having a tough night, it could be a tough night for Purdue. I just like St. Peter's. I like gritty, and I think that's going to that's going to be our surprise in the tournament. I think they're going to get in their Elite Eight.
I think you've been drinking too much Kool-Aid again.
Everybody says that till I'm right. Everybody says that till I'm right.
You're
How many
not
times
right
have I been wrong?
that much. You've got
How many times have I been wrong?
You've got a baseball percentage with that one, buddy. But listen, I'm on a level with you. So, like we said, these are collegiate teams all the way around. Some of them are better, some of them are not. But at the end of the day, how much tape is out there prior to Kentucky on St. Peter's that was accessible?
Absolutely.
Now they're not catching nobody by surprise.
No,
and
absolutely.
Purdue's had some time to look at tape and say, okay, all right, we took this team as a joke. This guy right here is not really a joke. This guy right here is not really a joke. Now you're not catching people off guard no more. They're ready for you. Purdue's going to be ready for them. There is not going to be a surprise attack, grit this, grit that. No, this is a Purdue team that's going to come ready for the unexpected. And I don't expect this game to even be close.
No, I don't. You got Zach Edey down there. You got Jayden Ivey, who's already an NBA player. Might be one of your top 5, at least in your top 10 picks. You still got to deal with Travion Williams whenever he gets on the court. You got Sash there. You got Brandon Newman. Man, you got Hunter. You got boys. They can keep hitting you with waves of cats, waves of players. And I get what you're saying, Jay. This could be one of those moments where you think this would be an upset. But I don't think Purdue is overlooking this team at all. I think, to Rich's point, you really have to stand up and applaud them and say, wow, that's a hell of a team. Now we got to come out here and play. Because these boys, if you let them, they will beat you. They'll beat you bad.
Hey, look, let me explain something. In Defo, right, is the tournament's unknown surprise player. He's no joke. This guy is going to end up in the NBA. We didn't talk before the tournament started, but this is an NBA-ready basketball player. These guys are tough, and I'm going to tell you right now. Look at Purdue. Where did Purdue? I'm trying to figure out where did Purdue land in the Big Ten? Do we have that anywhere? I don't have that, so I don't know where were they ranked?
Number 3 in the Big Ten.
Were they number 3? Who was above them? Do we have it? Do we have that?
I believe it was Illinois and Wisconsin. I believe, wasn't it?
They're number 3.
Who? Was it Illinois? So can we say Illinois is better than Purdue?
Oh no. I can say that there were probably some times when you're their record, I think they were one game better than Purdue. I mean, I'd have to look up the numbers. You can't even say that Iowa was an amazing team this year. Ohio State was amazing. Hell, I don't even think that St. Peter's could beat. You surely couldn't beat Michigan State. You can't beat Michigan. And I know the richest.
Well, hold on. We just can't throw names out there because
we're just talking about the whole conference. We're talking about the whole conference,
right? Has never had opportunity to play them. Nobody have these last two games they should have lost.
Ooh, Purdue?
No.
Oh, you're talking about
yeah.
Wow, I can't.
They should have lost these last two games.
That's how bad it is. You can't even think of the name of the school. You're like,
was it Loyola? Who they play? The Racers. Is that a worse name? Is that a worse name in college sports than the Racers?
Because if you say it too fast, it sounds like you're saying racist.
Yeah, that's just the worst name ever. I didn't know that. I did not know Murray State. Was it Murray State? Mm-hmm. I did not know Murray State was the Racers. I did not know that.
Mm-hmm. I'm saying it's one of those things. And I know, Rich, you had talked about the job that Juwan Howard's done in Michigan. And I will raise you that Michigan hasn't done enough. I'm telling you that Purdue has to win for there to be any representation from the Big Ten. They have to win. They have no options now.
We're counting out. We're counting out.
I'm just gonna throw the Purdue thing out there for a second when they talk about Illinois. Illinois had a better season on paper, but in the head-to-heads, Purdue got at Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we can't use that kind of comparison and say Illinois is a better team because they're seated higher. They're second and Purdue is third. Purdue beat them when they got on the court.
I mean, that's just like saying the Chicago Bulls were better than the Bucks just because they were seated higher.
How'd you enjoy them 7 points? How'd you enjoy them 7 points from your boy? We'll talk about that another day.
Here's my question: where is Illinois right now in the?
They're home. They're home with most of the Big Ten.
Nothing else needs to be said then. All right.
Where's most Purdue of the Big Ten?
And where's Michigan?
Gone.
Where is Purdue and Michigan?
Mitch still playing.
Still playing. All right.
Still playing.
Never mind. Keep going.
And I'm gonna tell you now, Juwan Howard said if this game doesn't turn out the way he wants it to do, he's gonna slap somebody in the face. That's
what he got 2 pieces in a biscuit. That's Chicago for you.
You're not gonna do that, man. Look, Juwan Howard love the kids, man. Okay.
He about that life. He about that life, man. He about that life. In Chicago.
Aside from all that, he consoled grieving player.
He did do that.
Just got upset. Juwan Howard, hey, I've been there, okay? Can't nobody talk about upsets.
There's no doubt about that.
Better than me, and I had nothing to do with it.
You know doubt about. One thing I liked about that moment, Rich, you were talking about that is that you see a guy, Juwan Howard, that don't need the money. He's coaching Michigan right now out of love of basketball and love of these kids. And I think you saw with that act alone right there, that was a guy who, all things aside, just loves what he does and loves those kids, and he wants them to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's a huge thing. I was watching Juwan Howard's wife. She was into it. I mean, she reminds you of Sonya Curry. Jumping up and down, ready to just really cheering on, especially when her son's playing also. That's a big deal. So and I believe now. I don't know. I'm trying to hope and push Michigan in my mind to have an opportunity to win against Villanova. I just don't know if they have enough horses. You know what I'm saying?
You are just don't.
I don't know if they don't have enough horses.
My friend.
I just don't know if they have enough horses.
That Jay Wright team is ready. They are right.
Yeah, they're pretty nasty.
Good. They're pretty good. And by the way,
Villanova's pretty nasty.
Jay, were you trying to say that because you made that analogy with Sonya Curry and Juwan Howard's wife, so are you saying that Juwan Howard's wife won't be around too much longer?
No. I think she's. Okay. I think she had plenty of time to leave. You know what I'm saying?
She could have been gone, but she stayed.
she could have big gone because Juwan has had Big Bang for a while right now. You know what I'm saying? I think Sonya, I don't know who got in Sonya's ear. You know, Dale messing around. Well, of course he is. He's Dale Curry. He was messing around when he got with you. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand.
Say that was his middle name, messing around.
Right.
Hey, I'm Dale messing around Curry. You know what
Dale Curry. What do you expect? I mean, you know, come on. Are you what type of life are you living? I mean, but you know, she got both the boys in the NBA getting paid. Who thought Steph was going to last this long? That's another one. I'm just amazed Steph Curry has figured out how to stay in this league. You know, because I didn't think he was going to be able to stick. I thought he was going to be one of those guys that bounced around. G League came up for a 10. I didn't think he was going to be that guy that was going to stick, but he did. You know, and he shot.
Phenomenal role player. Are you serious?
Yes, but he developed himself into that. You know, you didn't look at Steph Curry when he first came up and go, okay, that guy's sticking in the league.
Yes,
he shot it. You know, it's all this hindsight.
It's like a lot of players, he needed to be developed a little bit, but once he got there, I was like, oh yeah, he's good. He showed flashes. He showed.
Yeah, I'm just surprised. And like you said, he did show flashes, but he stayed lit. You know, I mean, he's one of these guys who's worked himself into being a viable NBA player. I just didn't think he was going to be that guy. I thought he was going to be a journeyman popping up here, work himself into the G League, back in and out. But, you know, he's a guy that worked hard enough and he stuck. So kudos to the Curry family for making that happen.
I'm going to say now, I didn't think Austin Rivers was going to stick. He was the one that you looked at him and he has an NBA body. But then when you saw him on the court, you were like, oh.
I think his daddy kept him in the league, though. Them first few years, I think
somebody's got to kept him in the league so far. He
developed. He developed. You know.
And shout out to Denzel Valentine. Denzel Valentine.
Is he playing in the tournament?
Yes, he might be playing in the tournament too. Shout out to Denzel Valentine for getting yourself into the league, man. I just want to say I ain't got nothing but love for you, man, and I love your brother.
How does Denzel Valentine? How does he stay in the league, man?
Because sister.
How does he stay in the league? How does he stay in the league? I'm amazed by that guy. He's another guy. You know, you look at the stats, you go, really? And every year they roll out. He's in the layup line. Well, you know,
I tell you what.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Make sure that you follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Iron Skillet Sports. And remember to like, share, and subscribe to Iron Skillet Sports on YouTube at Iron Skillet Sports.